Hi, my name is Makayla and I am from Lexington, Nebraska. Take a look around the room. Do we all look the same? No. Do we all have the same hair color? How about eye color or skin color? No, we don't. We may have one thing in common, but everything else about us is different. Even identical twins don't look exactly the same. Our Lexington High School, when they just added on to their building, and when they added on in their new cafeteria, they added over 40 flags from different countries, because we have students from each of those countries there. And as we get more students, they're adding more on. Even though we're all different, we still all get the same education and can mostly get along. Today, I want to talk about how we're all different, but we all have a purpose. What makes us different from each other is what we truly believe. What we think, speak, and hear affects everything we do. Everything that goes through our mind changes us either in a good or a bad way. What we believe makes us different than everyone else. It makes us stand out. It changes who we are as a person. The second point today is how we're all one big family. We may all be different, but we each have a purpose that God has laid out for our lives. In the Bible, it says that we are one big body. 1 Corinthians 12:12 says, just as a body, though one has many parts, but all its many parts form one body, so it is with Christ. We need to remember that everyone has a purpose. We all have something that we are good at, whether that is baking, singing, or being able to communicate with others. We don't always remember that we each have a special talent that makes us different. My final point today is how the power of language has many different meanings. 1 Corinthians 14:10-12 says, undoubtedly, there are all sorts of languages in the world, yet none of them is without meaning. If then I do not grasp the meaning of what someone is saying, I am a foreigner to the speaker, and the speaker is a foreigner to me. Just like this verse says, we need to seek those that strengthen the church, not those that will harm the church. We may speak different languages, but each and every language has an important meaning to them. They aren't just meaningless like some may think. God would never make anything without meaning or purpose to it. We need to use these languages for something good and meaningful. Why do we use these different languages for harm instead of hope? Why don't we use these differences for good instead? Let's bring hope to our communities. Let's use our differences for good. Even though everyone is different and may not act or look the same, we still all have one thing in common. We have an opportunity to let God into our life and bring hope, love, and good to everyone around us. God created us for a reason. We need to find that reason. They probably won't be the same as the person next to you, but they are all meaningful and have a purpose. God created us for a reason. All you have to do is trust in it.